Stop. Don't scroll. If you skip this, you might walk past the exact answer you've been begging for in silence. Because something inside you has been restless lately, and you don't even have the words to explain it. It's like your soul knows something is happening, but your life isn't showing it yet. You've been trying to stay strong, pretending everything is fine on the outside. But when you're alone, that silence hits different. It feels heavy, almost suffocating. Like you're waiting for something, but you don't know what. And that unknown is breaking you slowly. You prayed for clarity, for a sign, for even the smallest answer. But all you got back was nothing. No direction, no voice. Just quiet that echoes inside your chest. And that's the part no one prepares you for. When faith feels like you're talking to silence, you start questioning yourself, wondering if you did something wrong, wondering if you've been forgotten, or if maybe you're just not meant for something better. And those thoughts, they don't just hurt, they slowly change how you see everything. But listen, right here. This is the moment everything shifts if you understand it. Because silence is not where you are being ignored. It's where you are being tested at the deepest level. It's where everything fake falls away, and only what's real inside you remains. Right now, you think nothing is happening. But behind what you cannot see, things are moving into place with precision you would never understand. Every delay, every unanswered prayer, every moment of confusion, it's all part of something bigger. And this is where most people break. They give up in the silence. They walk away right before everything changes. They mistake the quiet for the end, when it's actually the setup. But you're still here. Still searching, still holding on, even when it doesn't make sense anymore. And that is exactly why this message reached you. Because the truth is, this silence you're in right now is not empty. It's full of preparation, full of alignment, full of something you cannot see yet. And when it finally breaks, it won't just answer you. It will change everything. Right now, you're tired of pretending you're okay, aren't you? You smile in front of people. But inside, it feels like something is slowly falling apart. And the scariest part is, you don't even know why you feel this way anymore. You've been strong for too long, carrying things no one ever noticed. You kept going, even when your energy was gone, even when your heart felt heavy for no reason. And now, that silence inside you, it's getting louder every single day. You prayed for a sign, just something small to hold on to. But instead, you were left waiting, questioning, staring at a future that feels unclear. And that waiting, it didn't just test your patience. It started breaking your spirit. You began to wonder if you were forgotten. If maybe you were asking for too much, or believing in something that isn't coming. And those thoughts, they hit deeper than anything else ever could. But listen carefully, because this is the truth no one tells you. When everything goes silent, it's not because nothing is happening. It's because something too big for noise is being prepared in complete silence. Right now, you feel stuck, like your life paused without asking you. But behind what you can't see, things are shifting in ways you would never understand. Every delay, every closed door, every unanswered prayer, it's all connected. And this is where most people give up. They walk away in the silence. They lose faith before the breakthrough even begins. They leave, right at the edge of everything changing. But you didn't. You're still here, still searching, still trying to understand what this all means. And that is exactly why this message reached you. Because this silence, it's not empty. It's heavy because it's carrying something your life is not ready to reveal yet. And when it finally breaks, it won't just answer you. It will change everything about you. You don't talk about it. But the truth is, this silence has been hurting you more than anything else ever did. Not because something bad happened, but because nothing is happening. And that emptiness is slowly exhausting you. Every day feels the same. Every prayer feels unheard. And every hope feels like it's fading a little more. You wake up with no clear direction. Just a weight you carry without understanding it. You try to distract yourself, stay busy, stay positive. But that quiet feeling always finds its way back. And no matter what you do, you can't escape the question in your mind. Why is everything so silent? It feels like your life is paused, like you're stuck in a moment that refuses to move forward. You see others progressing, changing, achieving, and it makes you question your own path even more. You start wondering if you missed something, or if you're just falling behind without realizing it. And that comparison, it silently damages your belief in yourself. Because you begin to think, maybe you're not meant for something greater. Maybe this silence is all there is for you. But listen, this is where your understanding has to change. Silence is not a punishment. It is a process that very few people have the strength to go through. It's the phase where everything external is stripped away, so something internal can finally grow. Right now, you feel like nothing is working in your favor. But in reality, things are being removed that would have destroyed you later. Doors are closing quietly, not to hurt you, but to protect you from paths not meant for you. And yes, it feels unfair. It feels confusing. It feels slow. Because you can't see what's being prevented. You only feel what's being delayed. And that delay tests your patience in ways nothing else ever could. But the truth is, this silence is shaping you. It's building a version of you that won't break when things finally change. It's strengthening something inside you that noise could never create. And when this phase ends, and it will end, you won't just step into something new. You will step into it as someone completely different. Because this silence is not here to stop you. It's here to prepare you. There is a moment in this silence where it stops feeling like waiting and starts feeling like breaking. A moment where you sit alone and you realize you don't even recognize yourself anymore. Because the person you used to be, the one who believed easily, who felt sure, slowly disappeared in this quiet yen. You tried to stay strong. You really did. You told yourself this was temporary, that things would make sense soon. But the longer the silence stretched, the more it started to feel permanent. And then the thoughts came, quietly at first, then louder. What if nothing changes? What if this is all your life is going to be? Those thoughts, they don't just pass. They settle in. They start reshaping how you see yourself, your future, even your worth. And suddenly, it's not just silence anymore. It feels like you're losing yourself inside it. But this is the part no one understands until they live it. Before something truly changes in your life, you have to face everything inside you without distraction. Every fear, every doubt, every hidden wound. It all rises in this silence. Because you can't step into something greater, carrying the same mindset that kept you stuck. You can't become stronger without first confronting what's been weakening you. And that confrontation, it doesn't happen in noise. It happens right here, in silence, right now. It feels like everything is falling apart inside you. But what if it's not falling apart? What if it's falling into place in a way you don't understand yet? What if this breaking feeling is actually the beginning of rebuilding something real? Because this silence, it's not here to destroy you. It's here to strip away everything false, everything weak, everything that was never meant to last. So when the next chapter begins, you step into it as someone unshakable. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it feels like too much sometimes. But if you can survive this part, if you can stay without running, then what's waiting on the other side of this silence won't just change your life. It will prove that every second of this pain had a purpose. At some point, the silence stops asking you to wait and starts demanding that you change. Not your situation, not your timing, but you. Because what's coming next in your life cannot be carried by the version of you that exists right now. This is where it becomes uncomfortable in a different way. Because now, it's not about what's happening around you. It's about what's happening inside you. The habits you held on to, the fears you avoided, the truth you kept ignoring. It all surfaces here. You begin to realize maybe the delay wasn't the problem. Maybe the silence wasn't the problem. Maybe you were being prepared to face something within yourself first, because elevation demands alignment. You can't step into something greater while still thinking small. You can't receive something new while holding on to what's already expired in your life. And that's why this phase feels so intense. You're being pulled in two directions at once. One part of you wants to stay where it's familiar, and the other knows you can't go back anymore. This is where real growth begins. Not when it's easy, not when it's clear, but when you choose to move forward without certainty. When you decide to trust, even when nothing around you proves that you should. Because faith is not proven in comfort. It is revealed in uncertainty. It is built in moments exactly like this, where you either evolve or you stay stuck. And the truth is, this silence has already changed you more than you realize. You think you're the same person who entered this phase, but you're not. You've seen too much, felt too much, understood too much to ever go back. So now, the question is not, why is this happening to me? The real question is, am I ready for what this is preparing me for? Because what comes next will require a version of you that this silence is creating right now. And once you step into that version of yourself, you won't beg for answers anymore. You will become the answer you were waiting for all along. And then, one day, without warning, the silence breaks. Not slowly, not gently, but in a way that makes everything finally make sense. All the waiting, all the confusion, all the pain, it connects in one single moment. You realize you were never being ignored. You were never forgotten. You were being held back until everything was ready, including you. Because if it came earlier, you wouldn't have understood it. If it happened sooner, you wouldn't have been able to handle it. And if it arrived before this silence shaped you, you would have lost it just as fast. That's the truth about this journey. It was never about just receiving something. It was about becoming someone who can carry it without breaking. And now, you're not the same person who once begged for answers. You're not the same person who felt lost in the silence. You're someone who understands, someone who endured, someone who transformed. The silence didn't destroy you. It rebuilt you in ways you couldn't see while you were inside it. It removed what was weak and revealed what was real. And that's why, when everything finally starts moving, it won't feel chaotic. It will feel aligned. It won't feel rushed. It will feel right. You won't question it anymore. You won't chase it anymore. Because what's meant for you will meet you exactly where you are. So if you're still in that silence right now, if you're still waiting, still holding on, still trying to understand, then hear this clearly. You are not stuck. You are being prepared. And when it finally happens, when everything shifts, when the silence ends, you won't just look back and understand it. You'll be grateful that it didn't happen any other way.